showed up late last year, we were out Salt Lake. RSL's had a very bright start, maybe surprising for a lot of folks. What's the difference? Is it just the obvious, better players, but seems like there has to be something more than that, isn't there?
Like I said, I think it's just how tight-knit this team is. I can't speak too much for last year. I was only here for 8 games. So I can't speak too much for kind of what went on last year. But this year, we have such a tight-knit group. I don't think there's any quote-unquote outlier in the group where somebody's going to say, I don't like this guy. We eat together. On trips, we're all hanging out together, and I think that's the key. It reminds me of like in the NBA, OKC. The guys look like they're really having a ton of fun together, and that's kind of like us. We joke around a lot, but when it's business time, we get down to business, and it's been fun to be around, to be honest.
It looks like the team's found the formula for scoring some goals, but probably giving up too many goals. Where does the team need to improve?
I think it's just realizing in certain moments, defensively especially, when we need to drop back, when we need to step forward. I think the way that we play and the way that we press, and you're going to give up some opportunities sometimes. That's just how it is. But the more and more that you do that, you start to learn different situations and when certain things are dangerous, when certain things are not. And I think that's the thing about defensively, especially the way we play, is everybody has to be on the same page, and that's why it's so important to be a tight-knit group, because if one guy's off, then it ruins the whole thing. So I think it's, again, just getting repetition and repetition and repetition. Obviously, Hoffa's made some unbelievable saves this year, so it's still relying on him sometimes to come up big. Continue to score. I mean, obviously, the more we score, the harder it is for the other team to get back into the game. So, then just cleaning up the defensive side.
You played for some big clubs, Galatasaray, Sunderland. You went through the process with Newcastle going from the championship and winning the championship and being promoted to the Premier League. What are your thoughts on another club that brought you over there, Tottenham, and their battle? It looks like they're going to really have to fight hard to get right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they're able to stay up. I think it's definitely too big of a club to go down, but hopefully they can stay up. And it's obviously a difficult time. I think most people probably want to see them go down. I think it makes for an exciting story, but so it can be a difficult time. I think it's important to just kind of stay within the team. Don't let too much outside media influence, and they have the quality of players to be able to do it. So it's just about finding that form and staying up.
Lastly for me on that, promotion relegation seems like everyone's fixed for Major League Soccer, if there is one.
Yeah.
How would you compare the difference between going through the promotion relegation process with like a Newcastle and how MLS and the playoffs? Yeah,
I mean, I certainly think it adds a whole nother layer of pressure. When you're obviously not just dropping a division, but when you speak about money, a lot of money is being lost or won, depending on if you go up or down. I think also a lot of people don't realize, but obviously in England you can go down to the second division. From there you go down to the third division. So once you go down, it's very hard to come back up. It's very, very hard to come back up. It's not like, this team's a big club, so all of a sudden they're going to, you see Leicester right now. I think they're at the bottom of the championship. So, and Leicester's quite a big club. So, it's not easy. So I think it does add that extra layer of pressure when you're playing. But for me, I think that has kind of helped me coming into these sorts of games or anything really, is just having that pressure while you're playing. I think eventually it would be good for Major League Soccer. I don't know if it's like right now the right move, but I think eventually it would be good. I think it would be, kind of something that fans would get excited about. It's like an element in sport that we haven't really seen here. So that would be exciting. But yeah, I think for the most part, to answer your question simply, it's just that extra layer of pressure.
Thank you.
Yep. Appreciate it.